Hi, everybody. Kevin Simons with St. James Music Press, and Amy's here too, mostly to help me out and be sure our technological stuff all goes according to plan. So really glad to be with you and talk about some of the things that St. James might be able to help you with as we look at Advent and Christmas. I will tell you, yesterday, in our diocese here in Eastern Michigan, we were rolled back, and so in-person worship, which had been happening in some places, is not going to happen anymore. And so I spent all day yesterday redoing everything that we were thinking of doing for Advent and Christmas, and making recordings and doing a lot of what you are having to do too, to make changes. So wanted to just point out a couple of resources, and then if you've got questions, or if you need help with something, or if you aren't sure about something, or you're looking for what piece would work for this, post it in the comments, and we can try to help you out, because we're all sort of figuring this out on the fly this year, and as we alluded to in the ad, even our Thanksgiving dinner is being changed this year. So if you want to know what we're changing to, ask that, and we'll be happy to help you.
It can still be festive. Like, I've got my buffalo check on. We're feeling holiday.
We will be festive.
Not as it was last year.
Oh, it will be plenty festive. Don't worry. So. Just wanted to point out a couple of things that we've got on the site. And as you know, most of you know this, but just to reiterate, if you are a member of St. James, and if your membership is current, all of this stuff is available as part of your membership. You can stream it. You can, use it with your choir. We have really focused on doing a lot of things lately that are organ-based or usable right now, as many of us don't have full choir singing, and so really trying to focus in on that. And even if you just need to use our recordings for right now, we were doing that early on in the pandemic. That was really helpful to us, because we couldn't even record from within the church. We're able to do that now, but we still can't have choirs or congregational singing. So first thing I wanted to point out is that we are doing a series that is continuing with Arlen Clark of arrangements for hymns for congregational singing. We now have 2 volumes up on the site, one for general hymns, and then another for 8 hymns for Advent. And these are just fantastic arrangements. They are so dramatic and so terrific. You don't have to have a choir to do them. You can do these things just as the organist. And if you're looking for something fresh, you've got to be able to to have a look at those things. And so really urge you to check those out. There are 8 hymns in the Advent set. And then we are going to be adding a Christmas set. So I know we all love the Wilcox, "O Come All Ye Faithful." We're not going to be doing that this year. We aren't going to be able to do that. And so I'm actually going to use the set for Christmas that Arlen has. And the descants are usable with sopranos, if you've got high flyers. Also, you can feel free to use them with instruments. And so, if you've got a trumpet player, send them on up there. The descant parts are all published separately. So one of my favorite things that we won't get to do this year, many of you don't know this, but my wife Amy is a terrific trumpet player. And so one of our traditions that we always have is for Amy to play the descants along, but we're not going to be doing that this year, which means she can hit the eggnog a little earlier than usual.
See, you like to say you married your own trumpet player. I like to think of it as I married my own accompanist.
Right. So anyway, those are really great. And like I said, I'm just finishing up the Christmas set, and so the Christmas set will be up soon. Christmas and Epiphany. So those will be up soon. But be sure to look at the Advent set. That arrangement of Helmsley that is there, Lo He Comes, which is great, him for many of us that we love, is just terrific. So I hope that you will check that out, because they're really great. Another thing that we did this year is redid a few additions that had been on the site earlier that were sort of St. James favorites. So one of my favorites that's been on the site for a while is Richard Shepard's arrangement of the Bass Carol, The Angel Gabriel, which many of us use in the third and fourth Sundays of Advent or for lessons and carols. It's a 4-part arrangement originally. And so I rescored it for unison because it just works so well. The organ part's a little tricky. You can't just show up and do it. You need to actually practice it a little bit. But it's well worth doing, and it works beautifully. I have to say, this is something that I actually did yesterday in our marathon recording session that we had to get done, and used it with the soloist. Works beautifully. So I hope you really take a look at that. There's a bunch of stuff like that that are there. So I hope you'll look at that also. And then we also have a set, and many of you have done this piece for years, even before there was a St. James edition, the Sussex Carol, the arrangement by Vaughan Williams, which is a great favorite of ours. We have that available on the site in like 40 bazillion versions. Mark did it in different keys. He did it for different forces. There's SATB, there's an SAB, there's a 2-part. Yesterday, I actually adapted that 2-part version for a unison singer. We just had one singer do it. Worked great. It worked beautifully. So it's totally doable like that. And if you've got even questions, if you're looking at a piece, you're not sure or what to do, if it's in canon, how to make that work or whatever, shoot me an email, kevin@sjmp.com, and I can maybe give you some ideas for how to adapt it if we don't have a unison edition.
Post it on our Facebook page too, because there's a community of St. James Music Press people that have lots of ideas. It doesn't just have to come from us. I mean, that's one of the best parts about what we're doing now is we're all kind of figuring it out together. We have resources and some tools that work really well for times like right now. But that doesn't mean that we have the only way to use them. You guys might have discovered along the way some really great ways to use them.
Right. One of the things that we do as church musicians is we're just, okay, we are going to make it work. And we're going to figure out how to get it done and make it work. And that's what we're doing this year. Like I said, we received changes yesterday to what we're supposed to be doing in Advent and Christmas.
It's a very long email from our diocese.
Yeah. They like long emails, I think.
Very wordy.
Yeah, it was very wordy, but
helpful to have clarification.
Exactly. So we made changes, and we're switching. And our diocese is going to be different than each individual local church. We're able to scramble and make things work. So hopefully, if you've got questions or if you're not sure whether something is okay or not, that's totally good. So
I'm gonna jump in and stop right there. And if you have more music you want to talk about, cool. Yeah. I'll let you get back to it. But we actually have a really cool comment from one of our YouTube people, Tony Cruz. I'm going to show this right here. He says, if I'm a member when I stream, but later become a non-member, which we hope you don't because we love you. We want you to be members for really long times. But if that's the case, he says, may I leave the live stream services up or do I have to take them down? And that's a really great question. And here's sort of the answer. Like, we want to make life easy for you. So we're not going to make you go through all your stuff and tear them down the second your subscription expires. You have a 1-year period to archive those. And then after that, they do need to come down, but it's not like it's black and white. One of the things I'm going to post in the comments for these videos is a link, like the fast and dirty licensing guide. It's written in layman's terms. It kind of just will tell you generally what you can do, generally what you can't do, and maybe an idea you hadn't had yet, where to find your licensing number, that kind of stuff, because this is new for a lot of us, and it's not always as black and white as you might think. So look in the comments. I'll post a link to that licensing guide document, and it's, like I said, it's written so people can read it.
Yeah. Yeah, unlike our diocesan emails. It's pretty clear. So, and again, we are here to help you answer questions. And if you're not sure whether something you're doing is okay or not, or if you've got an idea about how you want to use something, that has been really cool. We've had people that are wanting to do an entire service using St. James stuff, and they're just checking to be sure that that's cool, and it is. Also,
we want to see it, so
and send it to us.
We're excited to see our little stuff out there grow into nice things.
Yeah, and we've had I've also had a few people that have used our pieces in various software programs that they've plugged it in so that their singers can use it. Totally good. So, that's great. We're really excited to see you use that. From the beginning of the company, it's been about music that is useful and what music you need to be able to do what you need to do as a church musician. So, feel free to reach out to us if you're not sure, but we want you to be using it, and particularly now, what we need is that, I've been listening just to some of these recordings. I know we're not supposed to be listening to Christmas music now, but I think it's okay. So just listening to some of the great recordings that we have on the site, and then others is so great right now when the world around us is just craziness. It's been fun to do. Also want to just follow up on that question that Tony had. We totally understand that church budgets are very strange right now. We hear all sorts of stories about what's going on across churches. Let us know, and we can help you. If you need a little bit of grace, we're in the grace business. We can do that.
I also have a really good document that I will put in the comments again. So in a previous life, I was also a church administrator, which makes me really good at paperwork. Like that's my bailiwick right there. Yep. So we've assembled here at St. James Music Press for you a document that might guide you through soliciting some supporters of your ministry to gift your subscription to St. James Music Press. The subscription has been $139 a year for almost ever, I think, for a really long time.
Forever. Yeah.
And so it's a bargain for the 1,500 pieces you get in the catalog and all the licensing to use them. And I think supporters of your music program would be very willing to gift that. I know that at our church, we always have people that are kind of asking what's on our wish list because they want to be helpful. And they don't just want to know what they're doing to help, they want to know who they're helping. And so this little gifting guide gives you sample letters of how to ask for a gift, someone to donate a gift to St. James Music Press. It talks you through some sample thank you notes to them, communicating with your treasurer or your clergy about how to make asks like this work in tandem with stewardship goals and not against them. It also helps you follow up with the people that are gifting these things to you and saying like things like, hey, I'm going to send a quick email because I want you to know that so-and-so is singing a solo using one of the pieces from St. James. And I know you're going to love it. I just want to make sure that you tune into our live stream church this week because you're going to see it and you're going to love it and you should feel really good about what's happening. Little things like that continue to connect the members of your ministry and you with your staff and volunteers and make great music along the way, because really we're in the people business, right? Not just the music business. So right. I will link that there too and take a look at it. And I hope you find it as useful as some others have, but that can be a very feel-good way to get the job done.
Yeah.
Right now. So
people taking advantage of that. And, I think we'll see more and more in the next couple of months, and gifting. We're in the season of giving gifts.
Giving too.
So, why not? So that's really great. So also just a word of thanks to all of you, that are a part of our St. James family. We're even though we're not, close together necessarily geographically, we have a great membership. And so we're thankful that you've continued to support St. James and the work that we're doing. Your notes of encouragement mean a lot to all of us that are doing this work. So really, really appreciate it very much. And now the secret for your
don't give it away yet. I want to talk. So Greg said he turned in his paperwork from YouTube. Greg said he turned in his paperwork to renew yesterday. So thanks, Greg. And also here's a really lovely note from our friend Sue on Facebook, who said that she will never let her membership lapse. And can I just say thank you, Sue?
Thank you, Sue.
Because it's so lovely, like Kevin said, that we can mutually encourage each other. Oh, that's a beautiful picture of you at the organ, by the way. Nicely done. All right, now what's the secret, Kevin?
Before we do that, too. Also, if you are, because so many of us are posting services online and things like that, we would love to see those. We want to see, what you're doing and how you're using it. We know it's not going to be like King's College in Cambridge. Maybe it is, but we would love to see how you are using our music. So post it on our Facebook page. Send us a link. You can send it to me at kevin@sjmp.com. We would love to see how that's going. Okay.
I put up our holiday lights.
Now, perfect gravy.
Tell us.
Very important. 2 ingredients that you've got to have. You just cannot do it without. White wine and bourbon. Don't put the bourbon in the gravy. The bourbon is for the cook while you are making the gravy. So, but the white wine does go in the gravy. Really, really important. So let me know how your Thanksgiving gravy turns out as well. So again, if you've got questions about what to do, you're not sure, you're stumped. Maybe you need something for, the 8th lesson in Lessons and Carols and you're kind of not sure what to do, shoot me an email. And, I'm happy to send you some ideas. Oh, one other thing, just to remind you, we have these great documents on the site for Lessons and Carols and Advent services. Even if you're not doing Lessons and Carols this year, check those out. They're great suggestions for things to do. Even though you may just be doing a Christmas Eve service, or maybe you're not sure what to do the Sunday after Epiphany. There's some great ideas there. So really, really check those out. And we'd love to see you use all the stuff that's there. So thanks for being there. Thanks for being a part of St. James. Happy Thanksgiving, and so we look forward to the first Sunday of Advent. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.